A warm welcome to the newsroom. I am Fidalia Aguncha. Nigeria has recorded 350 more COVID-19 cases, increasing the national tally to 11,516. The new cases were confirmed by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) on Thursday night. According to the agency, the cases were spread across 19 states and the FCT, with Lagos accounting for the highest number of infections with 102 cases. The NCDC, however, noted that the number of recovered patients increased from 3,329 to 3,535, while the fatality figure surged to 323. Meanwhile, the Jigawa state government has discharged 1,322 out of 1,345 Almajiris repatriated from different northern states from the isolation center. Governor Badaru Abubakar announced this on Thursday during a press briefing in Duse, the state capital. He said the remaining 23 Almajiri are part of the 122 that tested positive for the virus but are yet to recover. The governor explained that the state government plans to enroll them in conventional schools in their various communities and to employ Quranic teachers to teach them at home so they don't have to roam the streets. Worship centers in Lagos State will be allowed to reopen in the next 2 weeks. The state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, announced this at a press briefing on Thursday. He also listed guidelines for the reopening of the religious centers. Take a listen.
We will, from 14 days' time, precisely from the 19th of June for our Muslim worshippers, and from the 21st of June for our Christian worshippers, we will be allowing all of our religious bodies to open at a maximum of 40% of their capacity, maximum of 40% of their capacity, and we will be working with them as being expected with the Lagos State Safety Commission. But we know that these places of worship have different sizes. But even if your 40% capacity is really so large, you cannot have beyond 500. And keeping that 40% maximum capacity, it's really, really so important, right? And no matter how big your place of worship might be, you cannot have more than 500 worshippers at once. We'll be encouraging people to have more than one service and to ensure that they keep their premises clean, disinfect before another round of worship can take place. We will also be advising that there should only be mandatory Fridays and Sunday services. All other night vigils and other regular services must be put on hold for now until we review our current situation. We will also be advising very, very strongly that persons below the age of 15, because of how well they walk around and how they become difficult to hold down, that they should be excused from the places of worship, and citizens that are above the age of 65. Citizens that are above the age of 65 should not be allowed into these places of worship.
In the same vein, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has released guidelines for the reopening of worship centers. The modalities were reached after Mohammed Bello, the minister, met with religious leaders in the nation's capital. In the guideline, worship centers were asked to provide water supply and sanitizers and also take full record of attendees at every service to enable contact tracing. It also adds that Friday prayers, including sermons, should not exceed 1 hour, while churches were opened between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m., with each service not exceeding 1 hour and holding 30 minutes interval. South Africa has recorded 3,267 novel coronavirus cases in 24 hours, and that's the biggest jump since the pandemic hit the country. This brings the country's total to 40,792 infections. The country's health ministry also announced 56 new deaths to bring the fatality figure to 848. More than half of the cases are in the Western Cape region, where health services are under pressure. The development is coming almost 2 weeks after President Cyril Ramaphosa approved a gradual easing of a lockdown imposed to contain the spread of the virus and reopen the economy. South Africa is the sub-Saharan African country hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll take a break here to bring you more stories. Stay with us.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the go-to app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
On TV360, we don't just ask the questions. What is wrong with amending the Constitution the way the National Assembly members have been doing it? We seek answers.
Constitution is constituent. Our problem is not lack of laws. Our problem is lack of the willpower to implement our laws.
Answers that provide clarity.
While we negotiate, we should try to make it a point that the girls must be complete.
The clarity you need to make informed judgment so that you can make the right decision and take action. People are saying it is you politicians that are responsible for this, that you are the reason why this is happening.
All these dollars that call themselves governors in this country. I wish we had people like Tony at the National Assembly. God forbid that I go to join that planet.
TV360, providing clarity to issues.
Welcome back. And now to security matters. Suspected bandits have killed 21 people and wounded 12 others during attacks in some villages in Maru and Talata Mafara local government areas of Zamfara state. Confirming the incident, spokesperson of the State Police Command, Mohammed Shehu, said the bandits attacked between the 2nd and 3rd of June. He said investigations have been launched into the recent attacks with an assurance that the bandits will be brought to book. Elsewhere, gunmen have killed 8 policemen and 1 civilian at Isanlu in Yagba East local government area of Kogi State. The incident is said to have taken place at about 12 p.m. on Thursday. Spokesperson to the State Police Command, Williams Aya, who confirmed the attack, said the State Deputy Commissioner of Police will lead investigations into the matter. Former Governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, has urged the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Adams Oshomole, and Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki to bury the hatchet and put the interests of the party first as the APC prepares for the Edo State governorship election. The gubernatorial election in Edo State is slated for September 19, 2020, but an intra-party feud between Oshomole and Obaseki has continued to generate ripples among party members.
As a party man and pioneer party person, I think the entire life is about tolerance. So we have to tolerate one another. And no matter what interests we have, we should put the interests of our party in our hearts. And also, we should look at the interest of the party as a superior than any other interest. So I think it is very, very important. The lay-down procedure is there. The rules are there. the Constitution are there. Let us respect the Constitution and lay down procedure of a party, and let us respect one another, because issue of party is not about me, it's not about the chairman, it's not about the president, it's collective responsibility. So therefore, I think it's very, very important, both the governor and the chairman, to fine-tune how they are going to work for the safety of this party and for the purpose to win election in Edo State.
The Southeast has benefited immensely under the APC government of President Muhammadu Buhari. These are the words of APC chieftain Joe Igbokwe. He made a statement in Ikeja during the inauguration of new executives of Ndigbo APC in Lagos State. Igbokwe, who is the leader of the group, said the Southeast has gotten more projects under the APC government than any other government since 1999.
I'm the gate. So that's why I'm here, to organize them. Because you cannot be in government and you cannot deliver. We have to deliver. So the work just started today. You can see Ohaneze, President General. You can see the chairman of Igbo, President of the Igbo speaking community. These are the people that will work with us. All these people we see here today are leaders. They will go to their constituencies, local government wards and work. We will go to the markets and speak to our people.
We were hiding to announce to people that inauguration is going to be done today. Because of what? We are afraid of people coming to batch this place. We want to maintain social distancing according to the rule of the rule of the government. If we had opened it up, this place would be a big hub of activities. You cannot contain the people. I want to assure you, in the near future, you will begin to see our handwork. And how it's going to be. I want to assure you that by 2023, the Igbo vote in Lagos State will be tripled.
Let's now look at business. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the nomination of a former coordinating minister for the economy, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, for the position of Director General of the World Trade Organization. According to reports, the president has withdrawn the candidacy of Yonovaga, Nigeria's permanent representative to WTO, for the same position. The election is scheduled to hold in Geneva, Switzerland in 2021 for a 4-year term that would run from 2021 to 2025 after former Director General of the organization, Roberto Acevedo, steps down a year to the end of his second term. Okonjo-Iweala currently chairs the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, a public-private global health partnership with the goal of increasing access to immunization in poor countries. Mourners gathered by the thousands in cities around the United States on Thursday night to remember George Floyd following a private memorial service in Minneapolis for the 46-year-old black man whose death in police custody sparked widespread protest against police violence and systemic racism. The memorial service was broadcast live on major television stations like CNN, TRT World, and the BBC. Meanwhile, Buffalo Police on Thursday suspended 2 officers over a viral video of police seriously injuring a 75-year-old peaceful protester. Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dari says the ministry needs between 5 billion and 10 billion naira to renovate sporting facilities across the country. Dari made this known in a statement signed by his media office on Thursday. The sports minister said in the statement that negotiations were at the advanced stage with Dangote Group for the renovation of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, adding that work will commence soon at the facility. Dari explained that the ministry was on the verge of completing the documentation process for the rehabilitation before the COVID-19 pandemic forced the nation to shut down. That's the latest from the newsroom. Many thanks for joining us. Bye for now.